We're back for our daily NBA best bets here on Monday, November 10th. Looking to get back on the right track this week with our NBA best bets. We've got about 10 games tonight in the association. Hopefully we don't get a million blowouts like we've been getting. And we had a couple close games yesterday, but I mean, seriously, it's been the National Blowout Association all year long. It is absurd, but again, more basketball action tonight. We've got 5 best bets. We're going to do 2 player props and 3 money lines / spreads like we normally do. And folks, before we get into the video, make sure to hit that subscribe button down below for some more daily NBA best bets here on the channel. Earlier today, we posted our college basketball best bets. Go make sure to check that out. Again, college basketball and NBA best bets are daily on the channel. College basketball best bets every day at 5 a.m. NBA best bets every day at 7 a.m. Also, later today on the channel, our college football predictions. Week number 12 of the college football season. Over 4 hours of college football predictions later today. I haven't recorded it yet, but I assume it's going to be over 4 hours. So make sure to go check that out later today on the channel, 4 p.m. Pacific, 7 p.m. Eastern time. Also tomorrow, our NFL predictions after obviously Monday Night Football tonight. And then on Greedo Plays MMA this week, our UFC 322 predictions yesterday were posted. Islam Makhachev challenges for the welterweight championship against Jack Della Maddalena. You're not going to want to miss that video again. Linked in the description down below over on Greedo Plays MMA. Okay, on to the first of our 5 best bets today for the association, kicking things off in Charlotte, North Carolina for the Los Angeles Lakers and the Charlotte Hornets. I know, you see it on the screen, and we're going with the under for Luca Doncic. I mean, I'm wearing a Lakers shirt right now. Again, you can probably tell I'm one of the biggest Lakers homers you can find. I'm going with the under tonight on Luca for reasons. Guys, the Lakers' last game was atrocious, right? They take on an Atlanta Hawks team that was severely injured. They were missing a bunch of rotational guys. Lakers were huge favorites at the time of at tip-off, and yet they lose by 20 points to the Atlanta Hawks. And it was actually worse. They just got back into the game in garbage time to cut the lead to 20. It was a disgusting performance out of the Lakers, and they lose to Atlanta. It's the same exact type scenario tonight with the Hornets. Not that the Lakers are going to lose. Well, I sure hope they don't lose to Charlotte. The Hornets are missing so many guys tonight. No LaMelo Ball. He is still out. Miles Bridges is questionable. I believe that's more towards the not playing side than actually giving it a go. No Grant Williams, no Josh Green. They're missing a lot, and Brandon Miller obviously still out as well. You're essentially missing 3 starters if Miles Bridges doesn't play. If Bridges does play, you're still missing a starter and your best player in LaMelo Ball, or 2 starters, and your best player in LaMelo Ball, plus 2 more guys who usually come off the bench and play rotational minutes. Why is that important with Luca Doncic? It's because this game should be a blowout. It should not be close. Now, if I remember correctly, I'm pretty confident last year. I know the Lakers went into Charlotte and won last year. That was AD's final game as a Laker. I'm very confident it was. Yeah, January 27th, Anthony Davis's final game as a Los Angeles Laker was played in Charlotte. He gets injured in that game, and obviously AD finished his Laker tenure I don't want to say like something that sums up his Lakers career, because AD was great. I think his number is going to hang in the rafters someday at the Crypto, wherever the hell the Lakers are playing when AD's retiring. I assume still at Crypto. You have to be playing there. But yeah, that's kind of crazy that was AD's last game last year in Charlotte. Lakers won by 5. This team's in a whole different spot than they were last season. And yeah, the Lakers were winning games last year. They were a top 3 seed before the Davis/Luka trade, and obviously they remained as the 3 seed. I think they jumped up a couple spots. But regardless, they were a top seed at the time of the Davis-Luka trade, and they were playing good basketball, LeBron and Anthony Davis. It's just the Lakers now, though, with Luka, have that factor that puts them over the top. And this is nothing against Anthony Davis. Again, I love Anthony Davis. I'm grateful for everything he did with the Los Angeles Lakers. Hell, again, he's on the thumbnail today. Again, I'm very gracious for the guy. I'm very grateful, for what he has done in Los Angeles. This team is just so much better now. And I know they lose to Atlanta. Weird game. First game of the road trip. Lakers haven't been on the East Coast all year long. Well, I guess they went to Memphis, but regardless, right, haven't been out to the deep south, and Memphis is right there. Anyways, they had not been to Atlanta all year long, haven't played an Eastern Conference team on the road all year long, and they lose. This is a team, they've been on the East Coast for a while now, and this Hornets team, they should completely obliterate. And it appears Austin Reeves is back. Now, I know Luka's been scoring big points even with AR on the court and with sharing the rock with Austin Reeves, but again, I just don't see Luka and AR needing to play much tonight. So Luka plays 27 minutes against Atlanta, and that's with the Lakers getting blown out. We can really just flip that around now, right? Luka and the Lakers will probably blow the Charlotte team out. And why I bring up Reeves really isn't from a perspective of, he's sharing time and he's going to have to share the rock with Luca Doncic. No, it's more from the fact they should be able to more easily blow this team out, right? Lakers don't beat the Hawks. They are still banged up. I think we're forgetting about that. People are making fun of the Lakers for not beating Atlanta in their last game. And sure, they should have done it quite easily, in my opinion. But no AR, no LeBron. I've been a little bit concerned, and also no Gabe Vincent, too, who plays really quality minutes for us. I've been a little concerned with the Reeves injury. Now, it appears like Reeves is going to be playing tonight. He's questionable, but he's been getting obviously the out tag well before games prior to this, so it appears that Reeves is going to be back in the lineup tonight. I've been a little concerned, I'll just say that. I don't know what's going on with this injury. It's a nagging injury. He's missed multiple games, but it appears he's fine now. And if AR is going to play, well, this is a guy who's averaging 30 points per game so far this season. Luca's averaging 37, which is absurd. But I think the Lakers should really put it on Charlotte tonight. And again, like Luca's 27 minutes against the Atlanta Hawks, we're probably going to see around that same exact line here against Charlotte, just because he's not going to have to play late, because this game should be over in the fourth quarter, and we should be getting some big brawny minutes. I don't know why I made that a phrase. Regardless, you know what I mean. I don't know why I made it an acronym. I think that's the right terminology there. But Reeves back, the Lakers should blow this team out. And I just don't think Luca's going to be able to go over this point total. It's 33.5. That's a lot for Luca, man. And I know, again, he's one of the best scorers in the league. But asking a guy to score 34 points in a game that will probably be over in the first half of the third quarter, come on now. Like, all those games that Luca scored 1 million points against Golden State, against Minnesota, at Memphis, they were all competitive games. And don't get me wrong, is Luca always capable of scoring those amount of points in every single game? 100%. In a game where he doesn't have to, though, why would he score all those points? I just don't see it. I'm going to go with the under here for Luca Doncic. 33.5 points, again, taking the under at -115. Line checks out for me. Again, I think the ball sharing with AR at the same time, and just this game should be over quite early. So Luca under 33.5 points. Next up, we go on to our first money line of the day. Again, 3 money lines / spreads. We still have one more player prop for the rest of the day. But first, let's go to a matchup here in Orlando, Florida with the offseason champs, the Orlando Magic. Hey, people wanted to crown them in the offseason, and, they're 4-6. They couldn't beat Boston yesterday. Thanks, guys. Couldn't beat a 3-man team. I guess Anfernee Simons finally showed up yesterday. But regardless, it's the second night of a back-to-back for Orlando. Portland lost their last game in Florida to the Miami Heat, but Portland's had a day off going into this one. Orlando's second night of a back-to-back. I believe third game in 4 nights for Orlando. Don't love that at all. They played back-to-back against Boston on Friday and Sunday. I think the Trailblazers get them here. Guys, Portland to me is kind of just getting into that category. If you watch our college football predictions weekly, for the longest time, and I know Brigham Young just lost on Saturday to Texas Tech. But regardless, my thing with Brigham Young, trust me, this is going to tie back into Portland in a second. It was always, the BYU Cougs keep winning games, but I don't know how. It's like, I don't understand Bear Bachmeier. Like, I watch him play, he doesn't wow me, but somehow they win. They've barely escaped victories, but their records, they were 9-0, right? Or 8-0, whatever they were before they lost to Tech. That's kind of my mindset with Portland right now. And I know they have nowhere near the record that the BYU Cougars obviously had. Trailblazers are 5-4. But they started the year 4-2, and they won, that game against the Nuggets. They beat the Lakers on the road. They beat Golden State at home. And I just didn't really understand it. I kind of, wanted to stay away from Portland for the most part. Now I'm just gonna accept it. Like, okay, Denny Adjiva is gonna score 30 points. Like, regardless of how he gets it done, Adjiva is gonna put up numbers. Does it feel like a very odd, kind of superstar to have? Because I don't know, we can't call Adjiva a superstar yet, but is he an odd star and key player and good scorer to have on your team? Kind of, because Adjiva, he's getting star treatment is what I'm trying to get to. He's going to get at the free throw line. And Adjiva is going to take 1 million shots per night. Adjiva is going to shoot at least the ball 20 times in a game. Portland has full confidence in him. They've given the 24-year-old the reins to the kingdom at this point. Like, they've said, okay, Adjiva, this is your team. You do whatever you need, right? Holiday starts, Shaden Sharp starts, Tamani Kamara starts, Donovan Clingan obviously at the 5. You get Jeremy Grant, who's getting paid big bucks to go be off the bench. But Adjiva takes up all the shots for this team. And he had games we mentioned earlier where he scored 26 points, but 15 of them came at the free throw line. He gets to the line like it's nobody's business, and he has a great whistle, which I don't understand. I mean, guys, Denny Adjiva's got that Victor Wembanyama type whistle, which I get why Wemby's got a good whistle, because it's just tough to guard the guy. He's an alien. He's long as hell. He has the Jimmy Butler whistle, which I don't completely understand Jimmy's whistle, but it's fine, right? That's really the luxury Denny Adjeva has right now for the Portland Trailblazers. So he gets to the line so much, and there are guys around him. They're not a great shooting team, but there are guys that can score, and if they can get hot, they are good shooters. Like Drew Holiday, I'm not even going to put in that category because Holiday's not been very good from beyond the three-point line this year. But, I mean, Shaedon Sharpe, if he gets hot from three, he can hit it. Jeremy Grant off the bench, if he gets hot, again, he can hit those threes as well. All around, there are guys who can score for this Portland team. And I watch Orlando. Again, I think the worst thing the Magic could have done, I don't know if this was intentional, I don't know if they wanted to do this, but they went back on their style. Guys, they were a defensive first team. They were a team that were going to lock you down, shut you down. You're not scoring on the Orlando Magic. If you go into Orlando, you're playing a low-scoring game. And if you're going to win, you need to score. You're going to only score 105 points, and we're going to be right on your ass the entire game. That's not really what they've been anymore. It's really not. I mean, they are a high-scoring team now. The Boston game yesterday was a little low-scoring, but still, they gave up 111 points, lose 111 to 107 to a Boston team, obviously, without Jason Tatum and nowhere near the pieces that they need to have. And they've given up so many points all year long. That's why we took Jaylen Brown's over on Friday night. And obviously, again, that was my bad taking Orlando on Sunday. I thought they were going to be able to finally put things together. But you know what? I'm done relying on the Magic. I don't think they're that good. If they went back to just being a team that burned the shot clock every single possession, takes smart shots, doesn't really try to play fast at all, I could buy it. I really could. And I get it. Like, that doesn't fit what you want with Desmond Bane, who obviously you signed to a huge deal in the offseason, or obviously you gave a lot of money to and obviously traded a lot to Memphis to go get. But I feel like they're just another team in the East now who it's everyone's identity. We can score. I just don't think Orlando's as good at just going and winning shootouts than these other good teams in the East. That's my whole thing. Like, are they a playoff team? Yes. But what made them different in the Eastern Conference playoffs is that they would shut you down. That's not what they are anymore. That's trouble against a team like Portland. A team like Portland who's going to play quick. They might not always take the best shot, but they're going to take shots, and they're always going to be right in your face the entire game. And Orlando just played yesterday, second out of a back-to-back. Portland did lose their last game in Florida, but that was on Saturday against Miami. They've had time off going into this game. And Denny Adjeva, look at the last three games for Adjeva, man. 33 points, a 26-point near triple-double, 26, 10, and 9. And the last game against Miami, 33 and 11 for Denny Adjeva. It's absurd what this guy's doing. Again, is he feels like a manufactured star? A little bit. I don't understand why the league loves him so much, but it's okay. Give the guy credit. He's hooping. I'm going to take the Portland Trailblazers here on the road to beat the Orlando Magic. It's as simple as the Blazers can score more points than the Magic can, especially with Orlando coming off the second night of a back-to-back. It can be Portland on the road in Orlando to take care of business against the Orlando Magic. On to our third best bet of the video. Let's go to another money line. Let's go to Dallas, Texas for the Dallas Mavericks and the Milwaukee Bucks. It is the feature game today, at least I'm saying it is because it's on the thumbnail. Second night of a back-to-back for Milwaukee. Dallas played on Saturday and beat the Washington Wizards. I don't care. Milwaukee just played yesterday. They played in an early morning spot against the Houston Rockets, and we got that one right. We told you that the Bucks weren't very good, and they're not beyond Giannis, but they will still beat Dallas because Dallas is atrocious. So more on that in a second. But it is a back-to-back for Milwaukee, but they played an early morning game, or kind of ish. It was like a 12 o'clock tip-off time, I believe. That's enough time. It's not like you're rushed now getting over to Dallas from Milwaukee, oddly enough, right? You would think they'd play Houston in Houston, then go right to Dallas after. No, they played one game up in Milwaukee, and now they got to go down to Texas, not to meet the Rockets, but to go play the Mavs. Okay, whatever. NBA, it's fine. The team still sucks other than Giannis, okay? There's no debating that. I'll tell you who sucks more. That's the Dallas Mavericks. More on that in a second. But it is still an inept offense without Giannis Antetokounmpo. Antetokounmpo literally does everything for the squad, and that's okay. Look at the surrounding pieces in that game against Houston. Giannis scores 37. Your next leading scorer is Ryan Rollins with 19 points. Miles Turner, what a game. He scores 13, and he has 6 rebounds. Well, you're great, dude. You're awesome. Yeah. Close the book. Great job, man. Bobby Portis has 11. Kuzma's got 11. Cole Anthony scores 12. I mean, what I said yesterday about Milwaukee doesn't change. This is more so I think Dallas sucks than I think Milwaukee's really good. What Milwaukee does is simple. Give the ball to Giannis. Giannis attacks. If he gets swarmed in the paint, well, if you're going to swarm him, somebody's going to be open in the three-point line at kick who wants to shoot the basketball, right? I mean, every single guy other than Giannis Antetokounmpo can shoot, right? I mean, off the bench right away. Cole Anthony can shoot. Kyle Kuzma can kind of shoot. He'll try. Bobby Portis will try. Ryan Rollins, really good shooter. AJ Green's going to shoot. He has a quick trigger. Gary Trent's going to shoot. Miles Turner will attempt to shoot. He'll usually miss. But again, my point being, All these guys are very active shooters from beyond the arc. So it is simple what Milwaukee does. If you can't stop Giannis inside, you have to swarm him in the paint, you have to double Giannis. Now Antetokounmpo can kick it out. If not, he's just going to attack the rim every single time, and he's going to score. It's simple what Milwaukee does. How will this pay off in a 7-game series? They lose in 5 games. To anybody that they play, they will lose in 5 games, or 4. Anyways, though, Milwaukee, by the way, I need to mention this because this means something to me, man. Honestly, my favorite player of all time, this is gonna sound crazy, but it's true. My favorite player of all time, Victor Oladipo, is back now in the NBA, kind of. He's in the G League. I assume, again, he's going to be up with the Bucks eventually. He was claimed by the Santa Cruz Warriors, he was actually claimed by Santa Cruz. I could have gone. Oh, that's crazy. I didn't know that. I know the Bucks got him. Apparently, the Bucks traded for him. The Santa Cruz Warriors, who had waiver priority over Wisconsin, claimed Oladipo, then traded his rights to the Bucks for a 2027 first-round pick in the G League draft. Wow. Okay. So I think Oladipo is kind of close. Now, obviously, he won't play today, but Oladipo is going to rejoin former teammate Miles Turner. I don't know how to feel about that. I don't know how to feel about Oladipo going to the Bucks because I hate the Bucks and I hate Miles Turner. And if Oladipo has to play for the Bucks now, I have to go get his jersey, like I have the Heat jersey, Pacers, Rockets, and Magic jersey, and Hoosiers jersey all up there. And I got to get a Bucks jersey now? Or seriously? Oh no. Like, any team could have gotten him but the Bucks. Wow. Anyways, though, like, if that actually happens, I'm going to be forced to kind of cheer for Miles Turner, unfortunately. But how's that going to work? Miles Turner talked all this crap about Oladipo after he left, and at the time I was like, okay, like, maybe didn't love Vic's exit from Indiana. Like, I still cheered for him, but I didn't love how he left the Pacers. Still a huge fan, but I kind of got it from Miles' perspective at the time a little bit. But after the Halliburton stuff, I'm like, all right, Miles is just a piece of shit. Regardless of that, though, Oladipo's going to be back soon. I had to talk about it because that's, again, my favorite player of all time, other than maybe LeBron. The Dallas Mavericks are 3-7, or Kobe Bryant, of course. The Dallas Mavericks are 3-7. They won their last game against the Washington Wizards. Good for them. They finally won a game. We were on Dallas for that one. I was like, how many games can this team possibly lose? It appears Anthony Davis will be back tonight. Okay, how back is Anthony Davis, though? They still have injuries, don't forget, right? Lively's still out. Gadford may or may not play. Exum's out. And yeah, they claim AD's playing tonight. Okay, how many minutes is AD going to play? 20? I mean, can we get 20 minutes out of Anthony Davis? It's not going to be an extended effort. It's not going to be, Davis is playing, the entire game. He's playing his normal rotational minutes. No, okay. He's going to play 20-ish minutes, maybe 25 if we're lucky, but not much else. So that doesn't really affect the game too much for me. Again, he will completely bitch Miles Turner because that's just the truth. But thankfully for Miles, he's not going to have to deal with that the entire game. Because trust me, AD will bully him down low, 100%. But Miles is going to get his cool block. Oh, wow. I'm going to take the Bucks here, guys. I'm going to take the Bucks. Let's not forget the Mavericks suck. Milwaukee, are they that good? No. They'll be better when Vic is on the team, and I'm excited for that. But the Mavericks, I mean, they're still starting D'Angelo Russell, who I guess is okay. Not really. PJ Washington. Klay Thompson is missing games now because he's taking Megan Thee Stallion on dates. Again, free Tory. I know it's a joke. Like, I know that's Centil, but still, like, it's probably the truth at this point. I think Klay's last priority is basketball. Anyways, again, free Tory. But anyways, I'm taking the Bucks here. I'm taking Milwaukee to win this game. -135. The Mavs are not good, okay? And AD coming back off an injury. He's not going to play big minutes, guys. I mean, how many of these injury scares have Dallas already seen with Anthony Davis? They're not taking any chances in playing him deep in a game in a season that, let's say it, is already lost. It's already a lost year. Yeah, you're only 3-7, and the season just started. Kyrie's still not coming back for a couple months. Your objective at this point, Dallas, is to get, Cooper Flag the Rookie of the Year and give him some confidence going into next season. Way to go, Nico. Thanks for Luca. Give me the Bucks -135 on the road in Dallas against the Dallas Mavericks. On to our fourth best bet of the video. We move to our second player prop of the day. Let's go to a matchup in Phoenix, Arizona between the Phoenix Suns and the New Orleans Pelicans. I thought about going Pelicans +8.5 tonight, but I'm going to lay off. Instead, we're going to go Trey Murphy III over points tonight. Huge line for him. It's 22.5, but I feel like it's an easily achievable line for Murphy considering the circumstances around this game and the injuries in which the Pelicans have. Trey Murphy averaging 18 points per game this season, and you see, line 23 points. Oh, that's ridiculous. Okay, I'll explain why. Trey Murphy's last game for the Pels, he plays 38 minutes, attempts 22 shots, 11 three-pointers, and scores 41 against the San Antonio Spurs on the road. Why, you may ask? No Zion Williamson, no Jordan Poole, and Evis Missy is also out as well. I think Missy played that game, but whatever. Missy's not playing tonight, probably. That doesn't really affect the amount of shots Trey Murphy's going to get up. But no Jordan Poole, no Zion Williamson. Again, that's a whole thing I don't need to get into right now about New Orleans and the Zion injuries and the continued Zion Williamson injury problems. Is it absolutely brutal? Does it suck? 100%. I mean, the Zion era has just gotten destroyed because of injury problems, and the Pels have never really put out a contender with Zion Williamson on the team. And now you bring in Jordan Poole. He's moved to a bench role because, he's a better bench player, sure. Yeah, he's out for about a couple more weeks, it seems like. He's out for like 2 weeks. Yikes. And that's the thing. Like, Jordan Poole, he might not always put up the best nights, but he's going to take a lot of shots. So you take that away. DeJounte Murray obviously still out until January. Who is going to score? Trey Murphy. That's legitimately it. Nobody can score other than Trey Murphy on this team. I will read you off the other players playing tonight for the New Orleans Pelicans. Tell me who you think can put up points. There's one. Jeremiah Fears, okay? Derek Queen's going to be a really good basketball player. I just don't know about right now. They're going to give him a lot of shots, but okay, other than that, so we know Fears can score. We know Murphy's obviously going to score a lot. Put up 22 shots and 41 points in their last game. Okay, let's see who else plays in this rotation. Okay, Kevon Looney, Herb Jones, Sadiq Bey, a couple threes, Carlo Maktovic, Jose Alvarado, he'll get some steals, Micah Peavy, Jordan Hawkins, DeAndre Jordan. Yeah, no points. That's what that means. No points. Phoenix, and at the same time here, okay, Phoenix is playing good basketball. I should have taken them the other night to beat the Clippers. We didn't. We took them on Thursday at home against the Clippers. It was an automatic line. I absolutely loved the play. I nuked it personally. I don't know why I did, but it worked. I put way too much money on that game than I should have, but I did, and it worked. They've won back-to-back now. They've beaten the Clippers in back-to-back games. Jalen Green now, though, is out after playing both games against the Clippers. He gets injured in the second Clippers game, and Jalen Green has been ruled out tonight with a hamstring injury. Green's been playing good basketball in the limited appearances he's had so far as a Phoenix Sun. Doesn't really affect the game too much because really the only thing that matters here is that Phoenix continues to put up a lot of shots. They will. I mean, that's just what the Suns do. They are quick in transition. They're going to put up a lot of threes. Will they be successful all the time hitting those threes? They go through their runs like any team does. They are a very hot and cold team. That's just how basketball works. It creates for a lot of opportunities, though, for the Pels. I love going overs with teams who play fast. The Suns are a team that plays extremely quick. They are a team that shoots a bunch of three-pointers. They first good look that they get, they are taking. Royce O'Neal on the three-point line. Devin Booker on the three-point line. Colin Gillespie on the three-point line. Hell, even Dylan Brooks, Ryan Dunn, anyone who you want an open three? Are you going to open three? Take it. Grayson Allen, take it. Right? Devin Booker is quick to attack. He loves that mid-range shot. He's very willing to take it as well. It just creates for a very fast-paced game and so much opportunity for New Orleans at the same time to put up points and put up shots. And again, the question you have to ask yourself, who is putting up those shots for the Pels? Exactly. It's all Trey Murphy. I mean, Jeremiah Fears, sure. I mean, but again, Trey Murphy, when he steps in the court, Trey Murphy's the number one option now for the New Orleans Pelicans until further notice. Obviously, when Zion comes back, it's Zion, Jordan Poole. Even though he may not score like the number one scorer and the number one option, he's going to take shots like he's the number one option. And then there's obviously DeJounte Murray, who's going to come back eventually for this team too. But for now, it's the Trey Jones show. Let's not forget as well, Trey Murphy. Let's not forget, Trey Murphy and Trey Jones both played 38 minutes in their last game against the San Antonio Spurs. Was a competitive one. I think this game's going to be fairly competitive too. Again, I pondered around plus 8.5. I think this is much safer though, in my opinion. I expect a lot of minutes out of Trey Murphy, a lot of shots for Trey Murphy, and a lot of points for Trey Murphy at the same time too. 41 against San Antonio in the first game without both Poole and Zion. I expect more of the same here tonight. Give me Trey Murphy the third over 22.5 points on the road for the Pelicans in Phoenix, Arizona against the Phoenix Suns. On to our final best bet of the video. We move to a spread pick here. Give me the Atlanta Hawks on the road at the Intuit Dome against the Los Angeles Clippers. You know, when will the books understand the Clippers aren't good? When will that be noticed? Just a thought. When will we pick up on the fact, this team's not that good. And I get it. The Hawks are dealing with their injury problems, right? Trey's obviously still out. We'll see. Nickeil Alexander-Walker's questionable. We hope Jalen Johnson plays. He is questionable as well, so we'll see about those guys. Obviously, the Hawks beat the Lakers on Saturday night. Mohamed Gay with a big night. Again, Gay had a big day with 21. Completely attacked the interior of the Lakers. And really, the Lakers just couldn't take it anymore against Gay. He was massive in that one. He was a big factor in their victory. I don't know. Anyways, Hawks are on the road in Los Angeles. Guys, the Clippers suck. That's the simplest way to put it, okay? Kawhi's still out. Not like Kawhi's been playing the best basketball, but you take away, again, Kawhi's defensive presence and now those clutch mid-range shots that Kawhi Leonard's always been able to hit. Kawhi, again, latest report on Kawhi Leonard, that was yesterday on Saturday, not Sunday. Head coach Tyronn Lue says Leonard will miss the next few games, in quotation marks, due to a sprained right ankle. So it begins. Bradley Beal's questionable. I think if you're the Hawks, you actually want Bradley Beal to play. He's not good. This team's just James Harden. It's how can James Harden get this team back to where they need to be, or just where they need to be in general. Harden does everything for the team. I know he didn't really do much in their last game, at least scoring-wise against the Suns. He played 41 minutes, took 15 shots, goes 4 for 15 from the field, 2 of 10 from beyond the three-point line, 13 points. Did have 13 assists, but obviously that was not good enough for a PA line that day. It is what it is. It happens. Dude just had a kid, apparently. We can expect big points and big minutes tonight out of James Harden. Other than that, though, what can we expect out of Los Angeles? The team's not good. So let's assume Beal plays, and for the sake of argument, we hope Bradley Beal plays because he's nothing but a brick machine. Again, he's going to build a house with all those bricks he puts on the court in Los Angeles. Ivica Zubac has his nights. Derek Jones has his nights. Let's not forget, it's still the unction here. They don't have a player in the rotation under the age of 28. What is Ballmer cooking? I don't know. He keeps cooking first-round exits. Because that's what his team is, if they get there. No, we're looking play-in this year for the Clippers. If they never got James Harden, oh my goodness, they'd be in trouble. Harden's bailing them out every single night. And Harden's the only reason that they're going to be somewhat close in this game. I think the win is a toss-up. So, that's how I approach things. So, if the win's a toss-up, we're taking the points for one squad. So, we're going to go +4.5 for Atlanta. But look at this Clippers team, man. Everyone's old. Harden, Beal, Batum's going to start probably with no Kawhi. Or they go Bogdanovich/Collins. Regardless, Lopez comes off the bench. Chris Paul. Everyone's old. This team is not built to win in 2025. If this was 2020, all right, we're talking 2018. This team would be big time. It would be a young Zubac, but you have Brook Lopez at the 5, and Batum would still could move. Chris Paul. 2018, this team would be nasty, man. This would be the best team in the NBA in 2018. 2019 is more accurate, I believe. But it's not. It's not. It's 2025, and this is real life for the Los Angeles Clippers. Hawks are suffering without the injuries. I get it, but they didn't look like they were suffering the other night. NBA Twitter and Lakers Twitter wants to joke that they're playing a bunch of nobodies. I don't want to say that because, there were some rotational guys and some actual starters playing for the Hawks. Obviously, Dyson Daniels, who only dropped 10 points. Yep. Zachary Sachet dropped 19. I like how Lakers Twitter called Keaton Wallace either an NPC, a nobody, or Kai Cenat. But he started, played 36 minutes, dropped 14 points. Asa Newell, who was a very good collegiate basketball player last year at the University of Georgia, plays the biggest game of his NBA career, plays 27 minutes and 17 points. It shows the Hawks are deep. Says that. Again, like I said earlier in the video when we talked about Luka and the Lakers, I think we need to also say, the Lakers are very banged up, and the Lakers don't have depth right now because of the Reeves and LeBron injuries. So that needs to be said too. But again, good win for the Hawks, and Yucca Okongwu, again, has really came on as the starting 5. Oh, that was really last year, but he's really developed now into that starting 5 role. I don't think the Hawks are that bad. I think, you look at Zachary Sachet, who, everyone's going to call the most irrelevant and the most, no-name number 1 pick of all time. Sure, if you want to say that, he's 19 years of age. Keep talking crap about the guy. He's 20 now, but he's 20 years old. Josh Giddey didn't become a really good basketball player until he was 22, 23, 24. He needs time. He was the number 1 overall pick in the draft for a reason. Risa Shea is going to be a good basketball player, right? He looks right now just like another starter. Trust me, eventually he's going to be fine. Atlanta should outrun the Clippers tonight. This unk-ass team with these old guys will not be able to keep up with the pace the Hawks push, even without, obviously, Trey in the lineup. They've been doing okay without Trey. It's been mixed results, but I think they beat the Clippers tonight, man. Again, we don't even need them, though, technically to win on the best bet. We have plus 4.5. Guys, we're fine here. The Clippers are old. It's just James Harden. Lopez comes out just to brick threes every single game. Bradley Beal, again, is building a house with with all those bricks he's putting out there. Chris Dunn offers something defensively, but again, I don't like this Clippers team at all. I don't think they're at all, a competitive team. Obviously, they're a lot better with Kawhi Leonard in the lineup, but the mystery continues with Kawhi. When will he return? How long is he out for? Nobody knows. I'm going with the Atlanta Hawks to cover 4.5 points. Personally, I do believe they win, but that's not part of the bet, and we don't need it tonight. I'm going to go plus 4.5 for the Atlanta Hawks in the nightcap on the road at the Intuit Dome in Inglewood against the Los Angeles Clippers. Give me Zachary Risichet, Kristaps Porzingis. Hopefully Jalen Johnson plays. Give me the Hawks, though, on the road to cover against the Clippers. Folks, thank y'all for watching our NBA Best Bets here on Monday, November 10th. If you haven't yet, though, make sure to hit that subscribe button down below for more. Make sure to leave a like if you did enjoy the video. Make sure to comment if you do disagree with any of the picks. We'll be back tomorrow for more daily NBA Best Bets. Folks, thank y'all for watching, and Mamba forever.